Hello. Hey, y'all able to hear me okay? All right. Are y'all able to see okay? That's another thing that I'm wondering right now. I just started the live. Let me wait for a few people to join. We're here at my brother Lex's second football game of the season. We were here for week one last week. Not at this exact location, but we were here in this general area, this part of town where my brother lives, very, very far from where I live. Good hour and a half drive to come see him play, but well worth it, of course. Teresa, hello, how are you doing? How are you guys doing today? We have a decently packed audience today, as you can see. There's my dad right there. Not nearly as packed as last week. We played at the high school field last week. There's a fan, or there's some machine going over there that's super duper duper loud. So that's the reason why I have kind of walked over here so y'all can hear me okay. It's like you wouldn't be able to hear me talk right in front of the camera if I was sitting by the bleachers. Are y'all able to hear me okay now, by the way? In any case, let's get this game going. My dad live streamed Lex's first game last week on his YouTube page, and I was shocked at how many people were really enjoying it. And when my dad kind of was saying he was about to end the live, people were begging him to continue videoing the game. We run the animal sanctuary. We deal with animals. Our content is animals. Our content is not football. So I was surprised that our animal audience, you guys, were so adamant about continuing to watch the game and my dad and I narrating it. So I just figured, you know what, this week I'm going to live stream it myself. Give you guys my thoughts and impressions. Give my dad a break from having to hold the camera this week. And for those of you that don't know about me, I love football. It is one of my deepest passions in life. Oh, that's Lex right there. Wait, is that? No, never mind. No, it's not. Forget. I thought. Never mind. Forget that. Game started. A little squib kick. That was Lex right there. Lex was around the ball. All right, we're on offense. Lex is number 13. He last week. That doesn't look like him though. Did he change numbers? Okay, hold on. I need to. Middle school is a little bit disorganized. I'm going to be honest with you. My brother's in 8th grade. He was number 13 last week. So I'm trying to see if he switched numbers or if he is no longer on the starting offense, because my brother used to start on offense, but I don't believe that he's in the game right now. His team is the white. They're called the Bondi Patriots. We're going against South Houston in the maroon. I don't know what their mascot's name is. First play, QB gets the snap of pass play. Oh, he caught it. Okay, way to hang on to it. That was a good grab by number 2. Last week, LE, wish you'd video with the camera turned. What do you mean? Video myself? This ain't about me. I don't understand. I don't quite follow. Oh, we look okay. Little sweep. Oh, that's a face mask. Oh, come on, ref. That was an obvious face mask. I'm not that fan. I'm not that, that dad or whatever that is always complaining to the refs for everything, yelling, penalty, penalty. Always making excuses when my team loses. So please don't think that. I just thought he grabbed him by the helmet. I thought it was an obvious face mask. This is also 8th grade kids, so they might be a little more lenient on what they're calling versus what they're not calling. Oh, y'all wanting me to do horizontal instead of vertical. I understand. Well, I can in the future if you like. I've just preferred to video vertical recently, so I apologize if that's inconveniencing anybody. I understand what y'all mean now. You are Facebook mode, vertical. I video vertical on both YouTube and Facebook. That is who the heck is that? Look at that behemoth, number 12. I think it's just the angle, but he looks super tall. Look how tall number 12 is, the one on the right. I think it might have just been the angle. But yeah, I love video and vertical. I can get a little bit. I a little more control over the camera this way. I do believe I'm videoing pretty good right now. What's the flag? False start. False start. Yeah, if y'all have any questions regarding football, now is the time to ask. I don't mean to be conceited or anything like that, but you'll never find anybody who knows football better and can explain it simpler and easier to understand than myself. It's just the truth. Like, I know football like the back of my hand. So, just whatever. Just if y'all have any questions regarding the game, now is the time to let me know. Another pass. Catch by number 1. Okay, broke a tackle. Good little game. Another thing too, y'all may want to consider in my defense is that when I video a vertical, my live streams are put in the YouTube algorithm. And so I'm trying hard to grow my audience and try to find some new people to be able to enjoy our animals and enjoy my page. When I do horizontal live streams, it doesn't put my videos in the algorithm because the YouTube like play now. Another quick pass, number 23. We've come out passing like crazy today. So I hope y'all can understand. This is in an effort to also grow my page, help a lot of other people enjoy the animals the same way that we're blessed to be able to have you guys enjoy them with us. Anyways, offense is moving right now. I'm afraid my brother, he is on the sideline, number 13. He has lost his starting job as a receiver, which is a little bit disappointing because, well, you know what? I don't care. I'm his brother. I love him. I just want him to be happy. He has a girlfriend right now. He is high on life. He loves her. Oh, a fumble. Oh, no, we lost a fumble. That's not good. I think we lost the ball. Oh, no, it is a turnover. We lost a fumble, and now the South Houston last names, whatever their mascot is, has the ball. We had such a good drive going, but now we get no points out of it. That is upsetting. But now for my brother, though, I love my brother. I'm proud of him. He's going into a fine young man, very intelligent. He has a girlfriend, so I know he's high on life. He's so happy, and so I could care less about things that are unimportant to him. I just want to take an interest in his interests. But as far as football goes, I did offer to train him in the summer like I did last year, and he didn't really have an interest in coming and training with me. I don't mean to make it like about myself or anything like that, but that I'm not trying. I don't. Okay, good tackle defense. I don't want to be conceited or anything. I always try to remain humble before the Lord. That's kind of like one of my mottos or go-tos. I don't ever want to be cocky or boast or make myself all that, because those who praise themselves will be humbled. I truly believe that. And those who humble themselves will truly be praised. But I guess I just say it in like a constructive manner, or just kind of trying to be a little bit honest and truthful, is that Lex last year made A-team without not a single millisecond of football experience in his life. The only thing that he ever did football related was me training with him for 1 or 2 months before the season started, and that was enough to get him to A-team. And so anybody can read between the lines and see what was probably the biggest factor helping him make A-team, being so new to the game. And so with that said, I feel like he could have taken a huge leap this year if he had come and trained with me again. But if he didn't really have an interest in it, and so I'm not the kind of person that's going to beg or ask twice or make you do anything. And so it doesn't matter though. He's trying out for basketball this year. Soccer, I think, is his biggest passion. He loves soccer. Soccer's his favorite sport, at least. I know he's super passionate about his girlfriend, of course, and so I wish them all the best. I know he loves her dearly, and I know he's doing well in school. So there is much more important things than 8th grade football, of course. But, you know, it's kind of what's been going on lately. I know he did camp with my dad, but there's a lot that my dad's busy, and you know, my dad's 50-something years old, so he's not able to physically do quite as much as I can, because I'm young, and I was out there kind of putting on pads with them and stuff like that, literally running them through the conditions of the game. But he's in 8th grade. I feel bad even like talk. I'm not talking behind his back because I've told him like, oh, snapped way over the guy's head. Oh, that's like a 25, 30 yard loss right there. Did y'all see that? I'm not talking behind his back or anything. I told him all the same things, but no, I still feel bad. I'm not trying to shame him or anything like that. Maybe I'm salty a little bit. I don't know. It doesn't matter though. It's not a big deal. Y'all take it easy on him. Please don't think anything negative. Because that's what I was gonna say. Don't think anything negative just because of what I said here. I know what it's like to have untrue things said about me and everybody start coming and nailing me to the wall or whatever. And so there's nothing worse than that. He's 13 years old. He's in 8th grade. Have a little grace for my brother. He's doing all the right things and what truly matters and what's important. And so I expect everybody to be completely understanding and respectful. And if you have anything to say, then I expect it to be encouraging. At worst, constructive criticism. Nothing more. Appreciate you guys. Love y'all. My dad's in the stands right now watching. He's taking a break from videoing this week. What down are we on? I'm gonna start walking towards the middle of the field a little more. I'm like near the sideline, so I need to kind of watch my step a little bit. I think what down is it? Where's the? Oh, it's 3rd down. Okay, that's my fault. I was distracted. I was looking over there. I was trying to see what down it was, and I missed half of the play. Where's it at? It's right. Sorry, it's hard to see. It's really bright. There it is. There's the down marker. It's 4th down. You can see the big number 4 right there. I was looking for that, and I missed the whole dang play. All right, it's 4th down, guys. So right there, the ball is all the way over there. You can see where they're at, and they have one play to get all the way to right here. So it's like 4th down and 30 yards. I don't know why what in the world? Why did they not punt that? They just gave the offense the ball on the. All right, Lex is going in, I believe. I believe that's him right there. Come on, number 13. Where's number 13? I believe that's him. Yeah, that's number 13 right there. Let's go, Lex. Let's get it, brother. Let's go, buddy. All right, well, I don't know why that team didn't punt the ball. They just gave it to us near the goal line. They may not have anybody that can punt. In middle school, it's not uncommon for nobody on the roster to be able to kick. But here he is right there outside at receiver. I'm going to video just him this play. Lex is really, really good at blocking. He hustles. He didn't have to do anything on that play because we're running the ball over here. But Lex is really, really intelligent and really smart about if he has one man he has to block, they're coaching him on something. Oh, what? He's going off the field already? Lexer. Yeah. What happened? Say that again? Oh, that was a touchdown? I was videoing him. I didn't even see the play. My dad said Lex went in for one play and they scored. He must be the good luck charm. No, seriously, guys. Lex, though, we're kicking an extra point. Let's see how this goes right here. Oh, that's a high snap. Oh, goodness. Oh, my gosh. High snap. I think he stunted like normal. He stunted like the guy was standing up, but the guy was on a knee because that's what you do for an extra point and a field goal. All right, we're up, though. We're winning 6-0. That's good. Good start. No, as I was saying, though, Lex, he is really good at blocking. That's his go-to. And
didn't get my humor in that.
They put him in for one play and he scored. I understand.
Okay, Lex goes in for one play and they score.
I understand. Yeah, I get it.
So he's not starting today. Did you talk about that yet?
Yeah, I noticed.
I don't know what he did in practice. He hasn't talked to me about it, but for some reason, he's lost his starting spot. And what's scary about that is all of last year, he started on offense and defense. Last week, which is his first game of the season, he only started on offense. And today, he didn't start at all. So
I was a little bit blunt earlier talking about how he didn't want to do football camp with me, and I
Ah.
kind of and other people are training and working hard, getting ahead and stuff like that in the off season,
Yeah,
and so
absolutely.
that's a
No, you
factor.
have to stay. You've got to stay on it. Absolutely.
If you're ahead and then you stall even for a moment, there's many people trying to take
There's
your place
always someone
and
wanting to take
surpass
your
you.
spot.
I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way myself, you guys. Not to just this is where I should probably humble myself a little bit. I don't mean to overly dog on my brother, but in 8th grade, I was a really good receiver. I was like a legendary receiver in 8th grade. I know it sounds arrogant, but the point is that I got complacent, I got cocky, thought too highly of myself, and so by the time 9th grade rolled around, I went from being a receiver scoring like 7 touchdowns in middle school, which is unheard of. Middle school receivers don't score; they don't pass in middle school that much. I went from that to being on B team, and then I dislocated my shoulder in my second game, and my football career was over. So just in like a millisecond, I went from being top dog to my football career being ended, being an afterthought. And I have no one to blame but myself. I stopped working hard. I got consumed with other things. I got lazy while other people were training. Like even during our athletics period in school, the other kids would, go to the weight room, participate in the fitness training, be running on the track, and I was just playing little pickup basketball with some of the C teamers, some of the less athletic kids, and so obviously just screwing around. I think we just recovered an onside kick. I had a younger dad and lots of cousins. That's true. I did kind of get bred much more favorably in that way. I think we just recovered an onside. At least the team's looking really good right now. But no, I don't say any of that. I don't want to sound judgmental, and so I apologize if I do. But I just know from experience something, how quickly life can humble you, how quickly you can go from A to Z, go from the top of the mountain to the bottom of the valley. I've lived it. But God's taking care of me. I'm very blessed to be where I'm at right now, though. So I wouldn't trade the way things have turned. Oh, that's Lex. Lex with the catch. I can't see him. Lex with the catch. Lex with a catch. Caught a little slant. Okay, that's good. Good job, brother. Good job, Lex. That was number 13 right there. Caught a little slant. Caught a little slant. Turned it into a 10-yard gain.
Tell me you recorded that.
I got it. I got it.
I could not get my phone to unlock it. Didn't recognize me with this hat on. I'm like, look at me.
That's why I tie. That's why I don't do Face ID.
Darn it.
I don't do Face
I
ID
hate
for.
myself. Don't stop videoing. You gotta. You
There's
set me
too
on that
many.
one.
There's too many people in this world that look just like me in the face. Casey Neistat, Logan Paul, Jack Harlow,
Don't forget Pat Mahomes.
and so Pat Mahomes. I guess if any one of those people comes in proximity of my phone, they'll be able to unlock it with Face ID. So that's the reason why I use the passcode that only me and my wife know. Good job, Lex. That was a good grab right there.
And
That's the end of the first, right?
he bounced off.
Broke a few tackles too. You know what it could be also, guys? It could also be maybe not so much being benched, but it also could be having a rotation because they're throwing the ball to everybody. Lex is cycling in. A lot of times teams, to preserve the stamina of their players, they'll have a rotation. They won't just have one receiver, one running back, one this, one that. They'll have a committee, as they call it. Even in the NFL, highest level, a lot of teams have a running back committee, 2 or 3 guys. The Jacksonville Jaguars are the best example. They got like 3 guys that get an equal amount of touches dang near. And so, all right, we're moving down here now with the chains. But good start for the team. This is going really well. Team's up 6-0. Lex just got a good catch, good 10-yard gain. I appreciate you guys' love and support. Y'all are being very nice. We love and appreciate you guys. We always have. Y'all are so good to us. None of this would be possible without y'all. Just so y'all always remember. Let's go, Lexer. All right, we're going to get the close view right here. We got Lexer right here. Literally just a few feet away from me. Let's see if we can get him Imagine if we can get him a touchdown, recording right here with them right in our proximity. All right, this is cool right here to be able to get just a very close-up view of the game right now. He's number 13 right here. Another pass, throwing to the left this time. Intercepted. Oh no. Oh my, that's a pick six, I think. No, they're gonna catch him. They pushed him out of bounds. Oh no. Interception, returned it all the way to about the 20-yard line. Oh no. Playing quarterback isn't always that easy, you guys. Those big linemen on offense and defense in front of you, sometimes you can't see behind them what's going on. I know Brock Purdy for the 49ers, he'll tell you himself he ain't a very tall quarterback. So, like, he himself said that, like, 60% of the time when he throws, he's throwing blind. Like, he can't see where the receiver is in proximity to the guy defending him. They just have practiced so many times. They have so much repetition down that he has to know where he's going to be and just trust muscle memory. So that happens a lot of the time in football. That right there was a little quick hook pass they probably dialed up, and he probably couldn't see that there was a guy right in the passing lane. Little run, little draw play. Uh-oh, that's a touchdown right there for the other team. It's going to be 6-6 now with a conversion for the other team coming up. Uh-oh. All right. It's all right, Bondi. It's no big deal. It's still early second quarter. No reason to panic. Once you start panicking, that's when you start losing your way and things get really out of hand. We're still tied right now, and we still have moved the ball at will, so there's no reason that should stop. One mistake didn't change all that. What time do you go live or no specific time? You know, Meg has told me I should start making a schedule, my beautiful wife. I just simply haven't, though. I'm a very spontaneous person. I don't have a set bedtime. Working from home, I don't do anything on a schedule. And so I know that can be confusing for my viewers sometimes. But Meg told me that I think she thinks it'd be better if I just started doing a schedule. And so I'm considering having a live stream schedule. I gotta set notifications then so I know when you go live. Yeah, that fumbled snap. Did he get that in? Ref, is that? Did he count that? They give him that? Dad, do you know if they gave him that? I didn't see. Do you know if they gave him that 2-point, the conversion?
They gave him, yeah.
So it's 8-6 now, right? All right, so we're down 8-6. They gave him that conversion. Anyways, what I was saying, though, is that there is something, I don't want to go too much into it right now because we're here for the football game, but YouTube added a new feature called the hype feature. I know my dad's been telling some of you about it that follow his page as well, but I am going to start using the hype feature on my page. I'm really trying to get big right now about showcasing some of our new animals, our new characters to our viewers and to new viewers abroad. I feel like a lot of people that watch my page, not everybody of course, but a lot of people are still kind of hung up on the old characters that maybe have passed away due to old age or illness or something, or other animals that formerly belonged to my dad and Jamie before they gave me and Meg that property. And so don't get me wrong, we're so grateful and so appreciative of those characters like Tilly, Nate the Rooster, and so we're going to showcase them the same as we always have. But there's also a lot of new characters that Meg and I have brought in, a lot of new hilarious animals, a lot of really beautiful, funny guys and gals. That squib kick, fumbled the ball. Okay, he jumped on it. Good, that's good. If you can't control the ball and run with it, just fall on it and maintain possession. That's the perfect thing for number 56 did. Good job, bud. But we got Ziggy. We got Mr. Dibbles, the Pepsi stealing, house destroying bunny rabbit that's so funny. We got Phoebe and Rooster, the guard dogs, our little emus, Peaches and BB. We got some funny inside the house cats. I know it's just house cats. Everybody has them, but ours are crazy and special. Hero, the disabled goat that has healed. Maisie, the disabled pig. We got Wilma, the escapee, goes to all over Morrow Hill. We have so many characters, so many animals that I feel like a lot of people aren't really getting to know and aren't really clicking with the way that I had hoped. And so, with that said, I'm trying to find ways to really help everybody get to know those characters and come to embrace them because they are so hilarious. They're comedy gold, too funny for people not to be able to enjoy on a day-to-day basis. And so that's why I'm going to start trying to use the hype button to, oh, QB blast, still going. Way to power forward, number 10, tough. We have a lot of, I don't mean to like toot my own horn or anything like that, but I just feel like we have a lot of really good content, a lot of funny characters that they need the recognition they deserve. And so I'm going to start using that hype feature soon here. I'm going to research about it a little more, and then I might make a video showing you guys how to use it and how it can help our page and whatnot. My dad just told me about it today, so I don't know all the specifics. You don't got to do anything yet, but oh, sweep around the edge. We got number 2 coming our way. Uh-oh, I'm getting out of the way. Oh, okay, good job, number 2. Oh, he broke a tackle. Still going. Oh, stay up, stay. Okay. We are down to about the 5-yard line. Down to about the 5. Good run, number 2. Oh, that's Mike. Good job, number 2. Down to the goal line. Good job, guys. Oh, imagine if they ran out of bounds and got shoved right into me. Wouldn't that have been crazy? Yeah, the viewers are the ones who control the hype technically. And so we will talk about that another time. I just wanted to prepare y'all for kind of what I'm thinking coming soon. The white bird, Hope. Yeah, that was a white pigeon that stayed at our property for about 9 months. Unfortunately, she flew away though one day. I'm afraid. I hope not. Oh, that, number 10 is a huge back. Number 10 is humongous. Just, do you know who it is? Do you know his name?
I can't remember.
Number 10. He's a beast, huh?
Yeah, he is.
Dang, that's Derek.
A large human.
That's middle school Derrick Henry right there.
Yep.
Look how big he is. Oh my goodness. That's the running back, the biggest guy on the team. He's bigger than the lineman. That's crazy. Wow. No, I went on vacation with my dad. We went to Mexico, and at some point during that week we were gone. Hope disappeared. She must have flew away. I hope it wasn't because she missed me and thought I was gone or something. That's probably just speculation, but I was heartbroken. It was a pigeon, and when a pigeon just shows up out of the blue, you don't put it in a cage or anything. You just kind of let it do its thing. Pigeons are free roam birds. Also, they're migratory animals too. Birds in general, like there's even that bird right there. Just any bird you see, the ones that just show up at a random location one day, they probably came from a different random location they were at for a year before that. And so the sanctuary might have just been a temporary path for her. She might have had come from a different place before that and a different one before that. And then the sanctuary was just another step in the next step of her journey. She might have gone to 2 or 3 different places since she left the sanctuary. We never know. And that's why I've tried not, ever since I was so upset about that, I've tried not to get attached to random birds that show up out of the blue one day, because I know that they're migratory and they can migrate at any moment. But, you know, I just learned to expect that, or just kind of at least know in the back of my mind that could happen. But either way, I loved Hope, and I do miss her, but I hope she's doing well. It was a little white pigeon. I never even touched her. Never once made contact with her. I just remember every day she would be roosting on top of our barn, and when I would throw out, what's going on here? When I would throw out grains for all, like the turkeys and for the chickens to eat, she would fly down and eat the grains with the birds. It was a fun time. Pablo too. We had a hurricane blow through. We had a special duck named Pablo, and we had a hurricane blow through. And one day, after the hurricane had subsided, Pablo and 2 of his girls were just gone. I don't think it was a predator because there was not a single feather or a trace. And so I have to assume they migrated too, that they literally went with the wind wherever it took them. Because those 3 ducks hung out in a different area than the rest of our ducks. All of our other ducks hung out in near our pond area, and Pablo, he and his two friends hung out near this area we call Nate's Barn, for those of you that don't know. And so them three, the Nate's Barn birds, are the ones that disappeared. And so, you know, birds that we've brought in ourselves, like Lovey and Dovey, like my two special twin ducks. Those are two more characters. They have Lovey and Dovey, my twins, my beautiful precious white ducks. They're ones that I brought in, and so I expect them to stay. Obviously, Ziggy is a flightless bird, so Ziggy's not going to go anywhere. But it's just we've tried to learn from not even our mistakes. We've made mistakes, of course. So, there's learning from mistakes that we have made. In this case with the birds, though, it's not even mistakes. So we've tried to learn from patterns that happen over time and try to set ourselves and you guys up for success the best that we can. Onside kick again. Go get it. Oh, went out of bounds. We almost got another onside kick right there. Well, we have the lead again. Yeah, we do miss Cornholio too. He was a good bird. He lived a long life. We had him for 5 years, and we got him when he was an adult. So who knows how old he really was anyways. He lived a long life. When my dad and Jamie brought him, he was already well into adulthood. Score now is about 12-6. I know that the other the other team has 8, and we either have 12 or 14. I don't know exactly. All I know is that we're up by about 4 or 5 points. We're winning. That's the one thing I can tell you for certain. I've gotten carried away talking about the animals and kind of lost track of this score here. It's all right. Good tackle. That was a really good tackle. Aggressive. Got him by the pads where there's no penalty. You can tackle someone however you want in football. You just can't grab them near the head, yank on their helmet or face mask or anything like that. But if you can hit them like in the shoulder area, if you can sweep the legs out from under them, those are all clean ways to tackle in football. All safe ways to tackle. Nothing dirty, nothing illegal about it. And so, you love to see a good solid form tackle like that. Wait, this is Lex. Did Lex make that tackle? That's number 13 right there. That's Lex. He's at corner. Lex is at corner right now. Lex is at corner. This is different. He didn't play defense last week. All right, we have another handoff that way. Good tackle for loss. Defense is good. Bondi defense is solid. All right, it's 3rd down and long, so they're probably going to pass here. This is Lex's time to be ready to defend a pass. Part of me wants to yell out, "Passing down, Lex," but I don't want to give it away. Also, I want to see if he is smart enough to be aware of it himself. Got someone driving by blaring their country music. Common occurrence here in Texas. 3rd down, handoff, big tackle. Good job, defense. Big tackles. Good job, Lex, hustling, being around the ball. All right, so now it's 4th and about 13 or 14. I know last time they had 4th and long, they went for it. It was like 4th and 30, and they still went for it. And so I don't know if they're going to punt here or not. I don't even know what the time is or the score, because the scoreboard, I guess, is not functional over there. There's nothing on it. I appreciate the compliment, Peg. I'm working on it. I'm working on getting into coaching. I didn't finish college, so I'm a little bit behind. But when I first started doing YouTube and whatnot, I kind of fell behind in school and a few other things that I was into. But, I'm kind of I'm still 25 years old. I'm still pretty young. I'm trying to catch up and figure plan my life out. Me and Meg's life, work in progress. All right, we've been going 35 minutes. The time has flown by like nothing. If y'all are enjoying this, I can go live every week that Lex has a game. Definitely wouldn't mind doing that. All right. 4th down. Will the other team punch or will they go for it again? I'll be happy to do it again. One week, Lex has a Wednesday game. My flag football that I play is on Wednesdays. However, we have our playoffs we actually have our playoffs for flag football tomorrow, and then a little 2-week break before the next season starts. So I'm not certain if Lex's game will be on a week that I'm playing flag football or not. I will let y'all know when that time comes. But either way, anytime that I'm here, I'll be glad to live stream it. Appreciate y'all. 4th down, we are going for it. They're not in punt formation at all. Another pass, deep pass. It's up. Lex was involved on the play. Good job, Lex. Lex was there. Lex forced a drop. That's Lex. That was Lex right there, guys. That was Lex. Lex was there, and Lex was in on it. The receiver probably would have caught it if Lex wasn't there. That's a forced a turnover on downs. That's good. Good job, Lex. I know it was hard to notice. It was hard even for me to notice at first, but I saw the ball go up and I seen a bunch of big bobbling forward, and then it hit the ground, and Lex was involved on it. So he made that play. Good job, Lex, sir. That'll be one pass deflection. So Lex has 1 catch for 10 yards and a pass deflection now this game. Oh, pass to Lex. Oh, no, they're looking the other way. Oh, nice catch. Nice, another touchdown. Bondi's running away with this game now. Coming back strong after last week. Good job, y'all. All right, we're now up by 2 touchdowns. Unfortunately, I have horrible news. I have to go to the bathroom extremely badly. Oh gosh, this could not have come at a worse time. Oh no, what am I gonna do? Oh, no, not now. Oh no. Shouldn't have had so many quesadillas. Good kick. Oh gosh. All right, let's hope it passes. Ay. I'll hand this home to my dad if it gets to that point. That's a good idea. Yeah, you're right. Ay. I'll see what happens. All right. Good job, Bondi. We're up 2 touchdowns now. Wish I could sit down somewhere. There's nowhere to sit. We didn't bring a chair because there was bleachers. I just didn't account for the little fan behind the bleachers being so loud. It's like blaring loud. All right, let's see if we can recover another onside kick. We already recovered 1 this game. The rule for this is that the ball only has to travel 10 yards, which is 2 little lines. So from one line to the next 5, then the next line is 10. All right, I'll kick it deep this time. Caught the ball. Uh-oh, this guy's kind of quick. Good tackle, team, good job. Secure tackling by Bondi. Good job, y'all. But yeah, from right here, from this line, 2 lines is 10 yards. Because each line is 5 yards away. And so that right there is the only requirement. Once the ball goes that far, then the team that's kicking is eligible to recover it. All right, I need my dad to record. I can't. I gotta go find a bathroom. Oh gosh. Can you record? I gotta go to the bathroom.
What happened?
I gotta go to the bathroom. Can you record?
Yeah, you want me to live stream for a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
You might just, the fans, the only thing I'd be cautious of.
Okay, I'm gonna walk closer to the field then. So, hey everybody, Lester here, and I was just enjoying the comfort of the shade, and now I've been called over to help live stream. So, nice to see you all. Now, Lex is not playing on the defense right now, and I was trying to explain to the folks over beside me that what happens is Lex played safety all of last year. Lex played safety all of last year, and then this year he did not start on defense at all last week. Only saw a couple of snaps. And then today they have him alternating in back and forth into the cornerback position. And so what you may not understand about that is that as playing a deep safety, it's halftime right now, friends. So when you play the deep safety, your job is a little bit easier as far as it's not so physical. You have to be really smart and watch where that ball's going, and pretty much you're the quote-unquote safety. You have to, you're the last resort, if you will. But whenever you play cornerback, you have a very big responsibility in shutting down whichever corner or whatever side of the field you're actually on. And so it looked like Lex was playing right side corner on the plays he came in on. And what that means is any run to his side, and he is the guy who has to either make that tackle or he has to turn that ball back in towards the field where he has help who can make that tackle. But when you play cornerback, it's a whole lot more physically demanding than what playing safety is. And so we said it before, and there's no, you're not trying to sugarcoat stuff. This is 8th grade football, and it is what it is. This is a team. And the thing is, Lex is more of a finesse player than he is a physical player. And so you saw him catch that pass over the middle of the field earlier. He has laser sharp focus, and he's able to make receptions, catch passes that a lot of other guys may drop because of all that's going on around him. But Lex can make those kinds of catches, and so he does very well on offense. He's also physical enough to make really wonderful blocks, and he can hold a block without holding, which is a penalty. If you know football, you know what I mean. But Lex does not like defense as much. So it's obvious because he doesn't really care for defense, he's not going to apply himself as much. So I don't know if coach is just trying him out at different spots, trying to figure out what's the best fit for him. But the way this school does it is pretty unique in the fact that when they have an A team, they're not going to fill up their A team with 50 players. They're going to only have enough players that most of the guys will go both ways, both offense and defense. You keep your squad smaller, you can coach easier. Think about that for a minute. If you have 50 players over here, it's harder to coach because you have a whole lot of things you have to coach. When you keep a squad small, like the A team over here, you're able to spend more individualized attention with each player. And so normally A teams are smaller teams than what your B teams or your C teams are. But that also means that every player has a larger responsibility. You picture that for a minute. The more people you have in a team, the less responsibility. The fewer members of a team, more responsibility. You get what I'm saying by that. Guys, I don't have my glasses. I can't read even the first comment. But I want to thank you guys for jumping on and watching the live stream. I was sitting over there trying to video just for a short video clips, but they have this air conditioner unit. It's the old, what they call chiller. If you know what I mean by chiller, it's this big device over here behind us where it kind of like chills the air. And talk about noisy. It is so loud. And so there's no quality video being made on this particular field. We are here in South Houston. We're on the road this week. And so the differences in the team's demographics are night and day, if you will. Um, that's not going to come out right. South Houston is well, we're seeing a really good game here, a very physical game, which is wonderful. I don't know how much LE is focusing on things off the ball, but when you're not actually videoing, you can see things happening around the field more, and it's a very physical game. I'm seeing a whole lot of really wonderful blocks. The big guys are getting into it, and the referees are not throwing flags like crazy. If you guys remember, last week we had, I think, 12 penalties called on our team, which, hey, it seems excessive, but I'll also admit that it's our own fault. We were very undisciplined. You can tell that coaches have gone back to the drawing board. They've really improved on whatever they worked on this week. They got the boys more focused, and there's not all of the ridiculous, silly mistakes. Now, in case you did not see it last week, we did end up losing that game by a point. We did lose that game by a point at the end of the game. It was a really upsetting defeat because we thought we had that game in the books, but last couple of minutes of the game, the other team drives down, and they end up getting a score literally in the last seconds of the game, and ended up beating us. So we are 0-1 on the season so far. I don't know this team's record, but it's a solid squad. They're a really solid squad. But watching the performance these guys put on last year, going 6-2, and they beat teams that they should have beat on paper, and they were also able to beat teams that they sometimes don't beat, and they did last year. And so watching them this year is just really, really wonderful to imagine the possibilities. So last week was a little bit upsetting to everybody, but I'll tell you what, we are really excited for what's to come. I'll also say that some of the teams that we're playing this year, we did not play last year. So there's a lot of things that are new as far as getting to know who's who with these different teams. So the district is pretty large, and so there's only, I think, 8 games per year. So what does that tell you? With only having 8 games a season, but having 12 or 15 different schools, then the schedule always changes. You never know exactly what you're going to get and who you're going to play from year to year. I don't know how they figure that out. So this is the kickoff team over here. We're about to kick off. Guys, I hope that we're not overheating. I'm afraid that we are. If we have overheated, I don't know if you can hear a word that I'm saying. But it's hot. We're in the direct sunlight. And so I don't know if you can see anything. I am afraid we've lost it all. Ellie has not come back, so I don't know where he's at. I don't know how he was keeping his phone cool. But I'm going to go ahead and cut off this live stream because we're not videoing anything right now. I can tell that the phone has gone dead and we're not seeing anything. So thank y'all for watching.